Hello, hello, hello. What's up, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's a shame and a scandal, honey, in these streets. These streets are on fire. What's up? What's up? What's up? So I'm back to finish as it goes in these streets. I'm back to finish as it goes in these streets, honey. Baby, it's a shame and a scandal, honey. These streets are a shame and a scandal, honey. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. hmm So we're gonna get into this proper like. Yes, baby. hmm So apparently, and I want to play this real quick before I. Oh, Jesus. We gonna open this yard up real quick, fast, and in a hurry. hmm And no need to worry. Yes, we are. Baby, you don't know what is gonna pop out up in these streets. You don't know what is gonna pop out up in these streets. The cauldron is boiling, okay? The cauldron is boiling. 'Cause baby, I was not ready for the jelly. I was not ready for the jelly, okay? Mm, mm, mm. Hey, babe. You notice the train right phone's running slower than it should? It could. Jesus, it's a shame and a scandal, honey. I will say this. Sometimes revelations, things happen and it can bring out the best in people. It can bring out the worst in people. And then sometimes when a disaster happens, or, well, in my experience, in a family situation, when things happen, um, it brings out some truth, some lies, some good, bad, and ugly. Okay? Some truth, some lies, some good, bad, and some ugly, honey. Okay? And some of it is just ugly from the beginning. So we're gonna get into this. Yeah, because and shout out to Just to read my book, take another look as we get into this story. Um, yeah, so like I left off at, I believe we're meeting the incomparable, legendary, one of a kind voice, Whitney Houston, at the Shadow, formerly um, Silver Shadow. I think Bentley's was another area, but baby, it's a shame and a scandal. Okay, it's a shame and a scandal, honey. I will say this: it's amazing that people, you know, I can't say hold stuff in because, like I said yesterday, and I think I meant to tell my brother and sister, yeah, um, holding stuff in can be a good thing, a blessing, and a curse. Like I saw a state of being in YouTube camera's chat, and the gift of foresight. He said he didn't predict his accident, or she. I don't know that is that's a man or a woman, but The gift of foresight is definitely a blessing and a curse. Okay? And I'm going to leave that there because you'll get the hint after a while. Yeah, we're going to get into it because what I just seen mm, over there with the Brackstones, sure, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times. And it's actually, God works together in the divine order, like my Karemi say, for all things, the good that love the Lord. hmm Um, as I was watching, and y'all gonna hear it, it got real interesting. So God puts things together. No man, no woman, no physical body, no spiritual body, or anybody else can take apart. What's for you is for you. Okay? What's for you is for you. And let no man put us under. Okay? What's for you is for you, and let no man, no woman, no anything put us under. Okay? I'm gonna leave that there. The phone yard is open, baby. It's a shame and a scandal because it seems like there are some people who, hold on one second, let me put on my legendary something so I can feel more comfortable. It seems have a way of manipulation by default. Okay? I'm gonna say that. And then what I'm also going to say is it's interesting how things come out knowingly, voluntarily, involuntarily, whatever. Mm. And like I said, I've always been programmed that it's best to let people know how you feel about them, how you really do, um, from the alpha. That way they don't have to worry about the tragedy in the omega. Okay? You don't have to worry about, well, damn, if I got this coming out, if I got that coming out, how they gonna feel. Or even if, some people just don't care how they feel. They care about them. And that's what I've learned in life early, whether through living, whether through social media, mm, and whether through any other media. People just need to be upfront, honest. Listen, this is that, that is this. That way people know how to proceed. Okay? Um, I've always been the type, if you love me, you love me. You know, if you don't care for me, you don't care for me. We just don't inhibit the same spaces or try not to. Sometimes it's hard. All right? So just keep that as a feather under your cap. A lot of things started. Hold on one second. Yeah. And thank y'all for joining. Please spark one love, share, eagle, and subscribe. That like, smash that like button. Smash it. Smash it. Yes. But it's interesting coming into contact with people who put on this angelic image and then sit around as the villain, knowing they're the villain. All right? Mhm. And it's interesting that people would sit around and play like, I ride for you. I'm there for you. I love you. I got you. I need you. I want you. It's interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. Very interesting. You know. So just know that. Hold on, y'all, because I'm looking for something. People are talking. That's all I'm gonna say. Mm. And people gonna continue to talk because that's what they do. They, you know, and that's my message primarily to Lady Nika. People are talking. You ain't gonna please everybody all the time. You can please some people some of the time, but you're not gonna please everybody all the time. So from the quick conversation that I had with my brother and sister before I, you know, gathered into the activities of the night, it was amazing how something that you never think will be a roller coaster ride turns out to be very informative. Okay? Very informative. And it's almost like you have to make a choice, the crossroads, basically. And I think in this season, yeah, we've been at the crossroads a lot. And we're going to continue to be at the crossroads because there's a lot of smiling in your face, but talking behind your back. There's a lot of mm, things going on. Okay. And like I said, I'm a upfront person. I'm going to tell you like it is, how it is. You just got to know how to do it. Because I used to be when I was much, much younger. I used to be, bitch, listen, motherfucker, listen. But I think God is elevating now to giving me some of that just read my flavor. hmm Sometimes you can say something without saying something, okay? Because, and when you get props from the gov, hi, Ricky, you quiero, caro, ay! It means a lot, especially during this beefing sector trying times. For the most part, Lady Nika feels very unappreciative because people are always going to have something to say, you know, and that stigma that you may want or may not want or whatever happened is going to always come back to play because people just want to have something to talk about. And I can't say sad, but I will say that's just people. That's the nature of people. They want to have and need to have something to talk about. And when this is over, it'll be something else. What time is it? 'Cause I gotta watch my time. Okay. So Nika, do you did a great job from what I've seen. I didn't see everything, but from what I've seen, it was a great job. Shout out to TMO, shout out to Mieka, Mo Better, um, Lovely Love, lick, and all the rest that won, participated, you know, had an upliftment for the time being. But there are a lot of people that, you know, when money is involved, I will say this before I play what I need to play. A lot of things come out, okay? When money is involved, a lot of truths come out, you know, and it can be the dividing factor, and then if you got conquer and divide, fake Moors, fake demons, fake seeming, scheming freaks that never was right from the beginning. Mm, shame and a scandal, honey. So it's all about your intentions. If you intend to do good, and like One Love said, how you start a thing is how you end it. How you start a thing is how you end it. So, mhm, because nobody asks to be um, slandered. Nobody asks to be lied upon. Nobody asks to be hated on for one man. That's crazy. I mean, like, pull back the curtains, okay? Pull back the curtain. Hold on one second, because I gotta look at my other thing. But yeah, I mean, it's sad that people are so into themselves that they don't step out of themselves and look into other people's feelings, into other people's people don't look into empathy. And some people have it and some people don't. They feel it's all about me, 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 me. Okay. Now if God take you away from here or, you know, something may happen, who is it about then when nobody's there? Then who is it about? Okay? Hmm. It's very interesting, to see people run around. Oh, I want revenge. Oh, I want uh hold on, y'all, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I want revenge. I want hmm, the same revenge that may take you out of here. I don't get it. And then people say, "Oh, you know, my life is um more valuable. That's why I want to make fake emails and I want to lie on people just to say, have a narrative. Hold on one second, and make a movie out of something that you're the star of. Mm, mm, mm. Make a movie out of something that you're the star of. I don't get it. I can never take a burner phone mm, and play with people. I mean, yeah, people did the what do you call it? Is your refrigerator running? You better hurry up and go catch it. As kids, when you a kid, you do as a kid. When you become adults, you do as adults. And it's sad that some of these people got grandkids, great grandkids, if they lucky, and they sit around plotting and scheming about bullshit. Something, a piece of n- nothing that they'll never get, never seen, never touched, girl, and been cursed out so many times that it's so ridiculous. Like, where are your morals? Where are your values? See, obviously, when you got to raise yourself, mm, okay, where are your morals? Where are your values? Braxton family values. hmm But anyway, it's rather interesting how people, sit around. Oh, I'm gonna keep that. Be a secret squirrel, and it's been that way for a while with a lot of families, and that's a lot of the problem. And it's more of the melanated families because I don't really like to say black because black is a color in the crayon box like white. And I believe when I used to say the white tea sector, um, Heidi, Terry Lynn, Amber, Maria, and all of them, the Siwa, JoJo, this one, that one. You know, um, uh, I think Eagles and Eagles. If you want to tap in, if you're listening, or if you want to correct me, you know, smash it. Shout out to Trishy. I just seen my girl over there. Yeah, but I mean, it gets to be real. Yeah, it gets to be real interesting. You know, real interesting in these streets. And I will say this because what the hell? Oh, thing. Because people, you know, they come out of oof, nowhere with and prayers for you, journey, and prayers for loved one, uh, one love. It's real interesting how people are always me, 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 me. I mean, at some point, it's got to be you. I don't get how these people, run around and it's all about me. It can always be me. I don't give a fuck about nobody else. And in a token, you gotta have your own back, cause who else is gonna have it for you? But when you have people that stand with you, it's amazing. And when you can find some true, genuine, divine people that stand with you, it's amazing. And I mean true, authentic people. I'm not talking about you know, some people that are just uh all about them. hmm I'm talking about people that are, you know, I feel like hold on. I feel like people are just out to do for them, and if they can't get you to, how can I say this? If they can't get you to agree with them, if they can't get you to see it from your perspective, then they have no use for you. I mean, from the shit that I heard over the last, like I said, about month, I mean, revelations are something else. hmm And like I said, a lot is going to be revealed. It's going to keep being revealed because um, God has a divine order. It's a time and place for everything under the sun: war, laughter, tears, everything. And, you know, stand up and fight and things of that nature. That's what it is, and that's what it's going to be. Um, After last night, we just read my book, take another look. It's like an eye opener. Even with the Ness and Jay Wilson situation, it's like, damn. Um, they do almost the Jay Wilson Brian thing, but it's a little different because Brian, they do it back and forth, and that's how they do it. That's the way they do it, and that's their thing. You know, that's their thing. But to open your eyes up to see there is something deeper going on here. Um, like what Just Read My Book said, Ness had the foresight, to disassociate herself with Stefan. Yeah. But in the same token, it opened up more wounds and more things, you know. And it's almost like, damn, it's opening Pandora's box, basically. And the question is, do you want to go through it or do you want to just not get into it? So, and with signs, let me go through all these signs real quick. Hold on, because I want to get through this correctly. Yeah, I want to get through this correctly. hmm Sure do. Uh, mm, hold on one second, y'all. I want to get through this correctly. All 12 zodiac signs. The 12 zodiac signs are Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. These signs are used in astrology and are linked to specific dates based on your birth date. Let's start with Aries, and that's interesting. Aries came up first because that's a lot of fire. Fire. Taurus came up next, a lot of fire, but more earth. Fire. Uh, we're gonna get into it. Hold on one second, because I gotta tag one more person, because we gonna get into this. hmm Aries is basically full of fire. They get what they want, not get what they want. They work hard to get what they want. They strive for it, and it's like very hard for you. If you get in their way, they're gonna basically they're ram. They're gonna ram your ass into a fence or go wherever the fuck. And Taurus is almost the same way. That's why they can't be. That's it's a lot of fire and earth, but they would destroy each other because the fire is going to take over the earth. They more Earth Tauruses are more grounded. Aries are more hot headed. They ooh child, girl. It's a yin and a yang. It's like Aries, they're let me take Mika for example. Mika's cool, like Sour Patchy said. Mika's cool. You're gonna talk your shit, but in the term, after a while, she gonna come out here and light your motherfucking ass up, especially if you're doing bullshit, um, or saying bullshit that ain't true, or just, or as Nika say, besmirchifying my damn name. Um, Taurus is a more mm, depending on what Taurus, because you got that April Taurus, and then you got that May Taurus. Child. And I think each sign rolls off the characteristics of the previous sign. Like with the Aries, they roll off of Sagittarius. They like to be the life of the party. And not Sagittarius. What's the hold on, let me keep this chart in front of me. And it's a damn shame because I usually know it like the back of my hand. Hey to everybody coming in. Um my son was an Aries, he was a good Aries, yeah. Hey PR. Oh, excuse me, y'all. But I can't hold on. I gotta keep this chart in front of me, and I never usually have to do this. But let's break down the Aries. You have the woman Aries, you have the man Aries. They both bring a lot of fire and a lot of hot energy. because people will test them, people will try them, but they also have a yin and a yang to them. Sometimes they can overstep and they can be very, it can come off very hateful or very spiteful or very vengeful. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Similar to a cancer. If you fuck with a cancer and they'll sit back and wait, and then something you might have did 25 years ago, they're not gonna stop. They'll remember, but you done forgot about it. They said they forgave you, but they'll come back with it, and I mean they will come back with it hard. And you be like, "What the fuck? Like I thought we was over that. I thought we was past that 25 years ago. What's up?" But they will, you know. That's just them. I want to switch my device one real quick. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Hold on. I was like, you got to be very careful with a crab, cause they'll retreat back into their shell. But trust me, they planning shit. They are not. One Love kind of exhibit that when she plans, but it's a little different. Cause Pisces, okay, like to stay in the water. I mean, Aries are like water signs. They're the
Mermaids of the
mermaids of the
water.
water. If you want to say that.
Hold on.
Hold on. If y'all come backstage, I'm not on my regular thing, so I'm backstage. So y'all gotta put it in the chat if y'all pop up. But yeah, they not. One Love is not. She's an introvert, like she said, and it's a good thing, but it's a bad thing. It's almost like that Cancer, you know, situation. Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Um, they need to go into their shell after a while, but then some of them they only come out. And I'm gonna get back to the Aries, but they only come out for two reasons. They'll come out to see what's going on, and then they'll and see how what they can maneuver, and then they'll jump their ass back in their shell. Especially if they feel like, oh, ain't nobody, checking for me, or you doing your thing, I'm doing mine, and we don't see it for each other, or however the case may be. But trust me, they always somewhere planning. And it can be a good thing or it can be a bad thing because it can always backfire. Have you noticed that your Android phone is ready? Shut up. We don't care. So let me get into this real quick and then I'm going to get back into the signs because it's a lot. But basically, Aries are very stubborn, very hard headed, you know, and they're going to use any tactics to get what they want for the most part. Then you got the loving side of them where they going to go through hell, water, and fire for you. So all right, let me get to Taurus. I'll just go through them real quick and then I'll play what I need to play. Taurus is headstrong as well, bulls. But you got the male bull and then you got the branded female bull, the cow. The ones that get the earring in their nose looking crazy. Some people, because everybody can't. Just like everybody can't wear blonde hair, everybody can't wear brunette hair. You got to know what's good for you. Like with that person, it probably would be best to have a light brownish, you know. See, I can almost tell your motherfucking blood type, bitch. And then, there's a lot. I'm not getting told that. Just know that mama knows things, okay? And I'm gonna leave it alone. And I'm gonna say this to you, One Love. The phone keeps popping up. Shut up, oh. Yeah. That can't be closed. People are very jealous just by you. How can I say this? People are very jealous just by you walking, and I'm gonna leave it there. Okay, you like me have a kindred spirit. humble, um, lowly, as you say, lowly. Um, and there's a time everybody got to be humble, and this is a humbling time anyway for a lot of people, because people, you know, a lot of people thought, oh, well, I just go in there and vote for Donald Trump. He gonna promise us everything he did and what he said, being that we're of the upper echelon people, he loves the outsiders, the foreigners, no shade to the ones that need to be here. He loves them and this, that, and the third. And boy, I think I'm gonna let Wendy tell it better. Why this stupid shit keep popping up? Hold on, y'all. Ugh. I'm gonna let Wendy tell it better. Okay, cause girl, mm-mm. It's a lot going on. Shout out to Tracy Pieces. I was so shook it last night. I mean, and shout out to Just Read My Book, Take Another Look for coming through. And anybody can come through to rebuttal or whatever they want to say. Like I said, people are people. People are going to be people. We have people that are very hurt, people that are very damaged, people that are very broken, people that, especially during this time of year, there's depression going on. People miss their loved ones. People miss uh, talking with people. People miss people that, they usually could reach out to, phone call, whatever, whatever, and things of that nature. Or their presence, just being there is a simple gift, to people. And I think that's pretty much what Lady Mieka is trying to convey. And I think she had to do it in her lashing out way, because you try to help people and they give you that entire shitty diarrhea ass to kiss. And it's ridiculous. And then there's a lot of people that haven't put in shit and they go by old stigmas. Some things have a lasting impression on people. Now, I don't know what's true, what's not true, what ain't true, what was true, what could be true. I don't give a fuck about that. You love people for who they are. Okay? Love people for who they are in that moment, especially in these times, because you don't know where people could be, what people could be going through. Everything. I don't want to say everything ain't for social media, but everything ain't always what they seem. People could be holding up by the grace of God, but some people need to talk, and that's their way of therapy. Like even with Lady Blue. Shout out to Lady Blue. hmm Love her, my blue diamonds, but you know, she feels mistreated. And to know that people love you and people reach out to you and care for you is a great thing, whether they come from social media, whether they come from, people in the streets, wherever. And like I said, I've gotten to know her, sat back and watched, not know her, but, got a gist of her ambiance, sat back and watched. And when she gets up, she needs to express herself. Like when she did the um, interview, it was amazing, and I had to go back and watch it. There was some hate and jealous crime time special to sit around. Oh, I'm coming to kick her ass. I'm coming to do this and I'm coming to do that. You ain't coming to do a motherfucking thing, the Lady Blue bitch. Period. But anyway, certain people I just go up for because I know they're the underdog. Like I am the underdog. And shout out to TW and the experience, because we, never thought I'd be in the presence of greatness. And like I told both of them at the same time, I'm on top of the world. Right now, I could just decease and go back to heaven. Um, and shout out to Mauricio. Yeah, that was something that nobody can duplicate. Like all about the T days. That was something interesting that never can be duplicated. I don't care what you try, what you do, what you think you're going to do, what you wish you could do. Nope. 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 Ain't gonna work. Sorry. Ain't gonna work. But anyway, um, it's only one all about the tea with Marcella, Princess, Schoolboy plays, um, Monica, and all the rest. Okay, hold on. Wait, how do you have another package? I just shop on AliExpress. Maybe we don't care. Shut up. And some people try to duplicate and they get jealous because they can't. Um, it's a shame and a scandal. Um, it's crazy that people sit around like with the Kilolo, hey Kilolo thing, going to an education. Now I can look at that two ways. I don't know how deep the Phi and QB. Sorry, it's just synonymous to say their names together. Phi and Ness beef go back because I don't know if they came in around the same time, but you know, this is the biggest secret of. Just some people don't see it for each other, and like I said, you can be mature about it. You go your way, I go my way, and some people. I don't like them and they don't like me and that's that. We gonna just stay at it. Like Tasha K and T.S. Madison. And she said, bitch, I'm gonna read you to the end of time. Your kids, your husband, your whatever. And that's just what the fuck is gonna be. Okay? So some people that's just the way it is. That's the way they made the bed laying it, and you can't tell nobody, how to feel, how to fight, what to do, and when to do it or how to do it. So that's that. Um, I'm looking for getting back to the signs. We're gonna get back into it, but I gotta play something when I find my damn other device. But yeah, it's been interesting and it's gonna continue to be interesting with revelations coming out. And like I said, I'd rather people just be upfront and honest. Hit my link, Lady Sparkle. I don't fuck with you. I don't deal with you. I don't like you. This, that, and the third, la la la. La. And it ain't really that people don't like people. It's just that people may not like something you do, and instead of them conveying that, well, I don't fuck with them. Because some people are aware that they don't do. Now, as far as me hitting links and, blazing the fuck out of a motherfucker, that's called comedy. It gets the people talking. Everybody does it. I'm not the only one that does. Well, let me not say everybody does it. I'm one of the people that do it. Sometimes I do it as an intention because if I keep the intention on me, then, you know, but see, people want to fight for attention because they never had it. They never had it. And then it's like when competition comes secretly or otherwise, it's like, oh God, here they come, and that's what I got. Now, like I said, Ness was the one who told me about Pizarro not liking me. Um, within a few days or a couple of what's saying you have on your platform, which you can do what you want. But then it's like, damn, like, ugh, how you just gonna slap me or excuse me, try to write me a note, giving me a heads up, and then turn around and slap me in the face? I don't get it. But anyway, it's showing a lot of things are showing people's character and lack thereof, people's jealousy, control, lack thereof, and this, that, and the third. I don't get it. But in any event, let me say this. Let me read this rather. May God erect all of our penises in the casket. Now, you know something is mentally wrong with Black Sodomite LLC. Okay? Weird bitch. Egyptian Pharaoh, King Tut, was mummified with an erect penis. And this is what you gloating over? Read the Black Sodomite. Girl, you gotta make it make sense. At Eagles, soaring high, channel 2. For the record, sea drugs never sent me over to nobody's page to harass them. That is a lie. No one sent me to do nothing. What all started this was Carl kept flagging or even putting false flags on my channel and putting it under harassment. That's what started it. If he would leave me alone and let me be me, everything will be fine. People are going to have their opinions. Now, you could take that two ways. Yes, everybody, if you can't fuck with nobody, leave them alone. But in the same token, Reed, you flip flop from side to side, up and down, electric slide, and all that shit because you don't have a life. You don't have a place to belong. You don't have shit. You're not shit. You'll never be shit. And that's just it. And your father just left you out there to fight for yourself. So when people run around, where's your dad? Where's your this? Mine's is good, okay? Period. I don't have to look for a fucking DNA. I don't have to make a DNA. I don't have to lie about a DNA. Okay? See, instead of y'all worrying about other people's shit, y'all need to worry about your own shit. Whatever you bring to the public is going to be talked about. Okay? It's going to be talked about. Ain't shit you can do about it. If you didn't want it in the public, you shouldn't have brought it to the public. Period. Point fucking blank. That's it, and that's all. Okay? And nobody can cover for you. Period. That's it, and that's all. Okay? Point blank, period. Hold on, y'all, because I got to come on my regular account. Mm-hmm. So we going to get into some shit. We going to get into some shit. Because, and whoever feels some type of fucking way, oh well, that ain't my problem. Yeah, we going to get into it. Now, what started all of this? Why he's sitting over there lying, beating off, and thinking about Jason Paul with his nasty, weird ass. And like I said, he wants a big black cock. Okay? And see, what he's going to do is be found somewhere, keep fucking with certain people. Because everybody's not about the law. Everybody is not about, um, you know, ignoring people. And like I said, I'm proud of St. Louis, and he could tap in if he wants to, because he was doing a good job of breaking down, or however he gave Jason the videos about Jeremy Andre Reed, and he's been doing a great job at it. And definitely, it has been a journey. One minute, Reed with his scary ass will come pop up here after I would let him, because I wouldn't let him at first. And then one love was like, well, just be easy on him, you know, her empathetic woman nature, or motherly nature, you know. And I'd be like, oh, God, let him up. Yeah, that is my, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm steadfast, I'm steadfast, yeah, 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 yeah. All that dumb shit. Child. And then it's like, when he runs to the other side, yeah, this one and that one, and gotta talk about this and that. Yeah, it was them and this. Like, do you not see that they use you like a fucking shitty paper towel? When they done with you, they throw you away and keep it moving. Like, I found you entertaining in the beginning, like you found us entertaining. But then if shit don't go your way like a 3-year-old kid, then you want to whine and cry. Let me be me. It don't work like that. Life don't work like that. And that's what you need to be doing. Going to get with a therapist. Your mama should be doing that, but I know she probably gave up on you. She should be doing that. But you got charges where you elderly abuse and all of this, that, and the third. Is sick. So there's nothing funny about Reed. And I know people like to laugh, and there ain't shit funny about Reed. Period. Cause see, Reed gonna find himself hurt some goddamn where. That's what Reed. But anyway, Let's continue.
People don't know what they holiday, much less tomorrow, gonna look like. So no, I wasn't gonna come down here and ask people to dig deep in their damn pockets. Wherever you could contribute to that pot is what you got. I didn't make $1. Not $1. I got super chats. But I ain't got nothing in my cash out because everything I had I gave toward that thing. No, I didn't use my motherfucking winnings to pay no motherfucking Buddy Lee. Bitch, Buddy Lee was paid Wednesday. Today is Friday, well Saturday, but the event went down Saturday, Friday night. I paid Buddy Lee Wednesday. So I didn't need no pot money. And I did not even accept money. I had two women who was willing to help me and they collected the money. My original thought when I first started this, because see, I'm going to answer your motherfucking questions because trust and believe, when I get through with this, I'm done with doing anything for this sector. It's going to be all about me, 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 me. Fuck this sector. Because you know what this sector did? This sector turned they back on me when I was at my lowest and tried to besmirch about my motherfucking name. And the only reason why you son of a bitches do the shit is because y'all know years ago that shit was put on me, and y'all bitches know the one thing that'll get at me is you to call into question my character or think I'm fucking around with your money. Bitch, whatever the fuck I want, I'm gonna get. And I don't have to steal it, scam it, none of that shit. When I first started doing this competition this year, I didn't want to take up nothing. I wanted it to just be a good time. But I said, well, people take their time out. They go and my competitions normally bring about people who really get into the season and they spend money on their costumes. So I said, I'll pick up a little bit. I don't give a fuck if Lemon was impressed with what the fuck I did or not. I don't give a fuck. You had the success you had because of me, boo. Because of me. The people knew what had happened. I had lost my shoe. And and people went over there to help you because of me. Your competition was a success because of me. Just because motherfuckers didn't come to you and say that we here on behalf of wanting to support this dude, Lady Nika, it still was on the back of me. It's my competition. That I came out here and I asked these people to please go and support it. So you being impressed or unimpressed really don't make no motherfucking difference. And I blocked that outspoken bitch tonight because, bitch, let me tell you something. You know how I rock and how I roll. I don't know what I ever did to you. You another motherfucker that sit up and you take sides and you don't always know what's up. You did that years ago with me and Sean them. Then back in my inbox trying to talk to me and give me words of encouragement just for you to turn around and do it all again. So, bitch, I blocked you and I wish you nothing in life, okay? Fuck you, hoe. I'm not doing this shit. I didn't even take up $200 on purpose. And so what I had, I gave out. If if that wasn't good enough, send the motherfucking cash apps back, bitch, and I send it to my girls and they can distribute the shit back out to the people who sent the money. You ain't get carried away. Speak free. Nurse K.
Ooh.
Y'all are ungrateful in this sector, for real. Y'all always poking and poking and poking and trying to tear apart a person's story when the story ain't gonna change. Now, let's discuss this situation concerning the anonymous judges. I can only put so many people on a poll. And I didn't know who all was going to come and join my competition. So it was brought to me in one of my meetings that maybe we ought to get people to narrow it down for us. I picked people I knew that wasn't gonna come and listen to what I wanted to say or not to say. So I was gonna do this shit fair and square. Fair and square, okay? All them people did was narrow it down and I put the poll up and let y'all decide who got the money. I didn't put no emphasis on a goddamn thing. Y'all chose Mo Better and Lovely Love. Don't come talking to me about the decision you made. And I couldn't have put everybody's name on the list. Because if I could have put all y'all names up there, I would have put everybody's name up there. No, he was talking about my challenge too. He was talking about how, and the thing that at the beginning of my life, I thanked him again for standing in the gap last year and keeping the tradition going. Girl, if I throw another competition, shit gonna turn into a shot. No, bitch, I will never do another competition. I'm not helping and trying to bring no cheer to no motherfucking body. I don't give a damn. And when Miss Barbara sent that $100, she knew when she sent that $100 that girl was already getting off the stage. We had already talked about how she was gonna care. You fucking right, I'm gonna accept the motherfucking $100. I didn't get paid for my time today at all. I had to pay for a DJ. I paid for all the fucking graphics and the goddamn commercial. I did that. I didn't come ask y'all to help me with a motherfucking thing. See why you stop. And I'm stopping too. I ain't got time for this shit. That shit's so goddamn disappointed and disrespectful. And then the bitches over there talking about the trifecta stroke again. What the fuck free and pizza got to do with my shit? It's my house. Now I fucks with them, but they don't move nothing over here. I do what the fuck I want. Do what I want to do on in this whole goddamn arena. Whatever the fuck I want, I'ma do it.
Okay? And I think y'all got a word for today. Whatever the fuck people do, they gonna wanna do the fuck they wanna do. Okay? Period. Now we gonna do this from the beginning. Okay? From the beginning. Like I said, when I came in contact with Essie, I think it was either through Geneva or Tasha K, some shit about the story with Mary Harvey. Okay? The story with Mary Harvey. Now, hold on, because I gotta see if she explains it. Because it makes sense, but it don't make sense. Because it's almost like, okay, you were supposed to do a show, what, exes, wives, whatever, and you had this notion of being in control of it, and that's what it was, and that's what it is. Okay? So, you know, the people are the people, period.
You gotta be kidding me. Y'all get violent. Yes, we are. The Frisco hideout. That's it. That's a good one. That's a good one. They gonna drag the hell out of me, but I don't care. And I'm still waiting on my papers from PB, whoever said they gonna put them on me. I'm still waiting on them. As soon as I get them, I'm gonna just put them up on my Bible and just read it as a part of the book. So, anyway, I am really blessed to see you, St. Louis, and One Love and Sparkle putting things aside and being cordial with each other. That is the best thing. That makes my heart feel good, but that's not gonna make Diddy brother and his crew feel no better. But okay, it's not up to them anyway. But I'm happy to see it. I'm glad to see that you all can have a conversation as adults and not scream and holler and fight and be in chaos and nobody being heard. So I am very proud of all of you. Absolutely, all of you. Yeah. Thank you, Eagles. And like I said, One Love, I know we both did things to each other. And on my behalf, I apologize. Whatever I said and did that offended you and hurt you, I accept yours. Same thing with Sparkle. It's all forgiven. But that Uriah the Hittite, I'm just gonna give Jason the receipts, the factual receipts to put out there on his community wall to expose her and to warn people about her. She is not to be trusted. Don't give her your email. Don't give her your social media pages. Because when she flips, she's gonna give out your social media stuff. Yeah, she would. Yep. She will stalk your family members' pages. How you think when C Diddy and them had posted one of your other daughter's social media pages, they got it from her. They got it from Uriah the Hittite, because that's all she do is on social media, surfacing people pay like she did with Diamond, like she did with Angel, and like she did with Patrina Douglas. She and I never went to their social media. Never went to their kids' social media. I'm not interested. I have boundaries. I ain't never went to their kids or family members' social medias. I have not. What's up, y'all? This is your boy, St. Louis, aka the Real Track King. Recordings that I will be releasing. Oh, there's a whole lot more. Why did your son, Donovan, try to take his life, Danielle? Did you bother getting online telling everybody about that? While you busy speaking on Suge? Telling One Love in the live, she need to prove that Suge is gone. Put Suge's obituary out. You spoke ill on Suge before your cousin left this world. And look what happened to your cousin. After you put your mouth on Suge, all the times you wish death on me, look what happened to you. Look what Yahweh did. He snatched your cousin right out of here because you wicked and you evil. You're wicked and you're evil. And I ain't worried about that hoodlum who you called on the phone. I'm going to go to Chicago to visit my family. Like I said, I got cousins in the Bay Area. I got cousins in Chicago. I got family members in Chicago. I have Hebrew Israelite homeboys in Chicago. They don't play about me. I ain't worried about who this dude is. Because you're a coward. You gotta have a bunch of people with you. You're not gonna fight nobody unless it's a child, a dog, or a woman, because you're weak. They did say that he went to the range. He did go to the range before that. That's what I'm saying.
Mm. Girl, these people can be anything you can be all you wanna be in these motherfucking streets, bitch. I don't think I ever heard TLA and Simone and Pam talk anything like this. Have any of you? Mm, all right. Child, aim a candle, honey. Will be premiered today for the plot. Wow.
On that talk about both my kids. He most certainly did. This was on his other channel that I had removed because he was threatening me and shit on there. And I reported that fucking shit to YouTube and they took his shit. But yeah, so this had to be, and yeah, this was in May because this was like right before Memorial Day when all that shit happened with them. He talked about Cheryl family like a motherfucking dog. He talked about. Well, I'm gonna tell you what. Huh? Go ahead. He talked about how y'all was in their business, how y'all never looked out for her, how his family was more like family to her than y'all was. He talked about her niece was always in their business, and he said he just couldn't deal with it. And then he said, first he said Cheryl didn't know about Angel, but then he said Cheryl did know about Angel. And he just said, I'm going to say it right here on the panel in front of everybody. Angel is my ride or die chick. Cheryl was not my ride or die chick. Angel is. And he said, why are you still holding on to something if we never been intimate in 8 years? Why are you still believing something that never was? But see, he forgot what he told me on the phone the night before. He told me he was in love with both of them. He said he didn't know which one he was going to choose, whether he was going to be with Angel or rather he was going to be with Cheryl. He said, Mike, I don't know what to do because I'm torn between both of them. And he kept asking me my advice. I said, I've never been in a situation like that before. I told him that he needed to go to God. That's what I told him. I said, because I'm not going to get involved in that. I said, you supposed to be the preacher, man. So your family say you a preacher. You should be going to God with this. No, bro, after Cheryl went over there on Sparkle Channel, I can't fuck with her no more. I can't fuck with her. Now, watch, there's gonna be some videos out about me that I done beat her ass. I said, well, if you didn't do it, then what are you panicking about? So it's more to the story, the way he was panicking. I do believe that Cheryl probably was abused by him, but she's not gonna say nothing. But I know the way he said, I'm gonna have my mama check her ass. And he just dogged your whole family out, made it look like that y'all were not there for her, that him and Lynetta and his family did more for Cheryl. Then Lynetta got her wide nose ass up there running her mouth. Yeah, I can't believe she went over there on Sparkle page doing how Sparkle and me is knowing we in a war with them, and you gonna go over there and tell them all that stuff. Well, if they turn on her motherfucking ass, she get whatever she get coming to her with her dumb ass. Means how she was basically telling Liz certain things, and that's how Liz knew certain things when Liz would throw out hints. She was like basically two-timing you and Sparkle. So she would contact me on her break, but then she turned around and told me like,
oh, I'm not really working like that. I'm kind of struggling. Don't tell nobody. So it got to the point to where I told her, like, hey, I'm not gonna keep getting you clips of you being called no edges if you're not gonna pay me, because my time is money. My time is money, so you're gonna have to pay up. She didn't want to pay up, and when she did, she tried to talk shit about it. Excuse my language, Eagles. Uh, she tried to talk shit about it. So I blocked her. So next thing I know, the clown had put my Instagram on his community post, and I know she's the one that went back and gave it to him. She's the only one that had it. So that was back in April when I blocked her. So what I'm gonna do, I have to go through all of my Instagram stuff. I'm gonna take screenshots. I'm gonna give it to Jason so Jason can put it on his community post with all the receipts, who contacted who said what to who. She was very, she was getting like kind of real rude and nasty at the end. So anyway, once I blocked her, I haven't heard from her since then. So it was brought to my attention back a couple of days ago that she was over on the No Dove page, and she was calling me a nigga and saying that I gave you her email address and Instagram. Now, one love, I never gave you that young lady Instagram or email. She's lying right there.
She gave me her email by choice. I never asked for. I'll go back and show the proof. But keep going.
Yeah. So basically, now you want to flip because you back over there with the same dude that talked about putting his penis on your son's head, right? So you sitting back over there with the same person, right? Remember how you was calling Angel an unfit mother and all of that, and you were talking about Diamond? Now all of a sudden, all is love, all is forgiven. So when you put two and two together, you get four. So I figured, like, hey, she being paid behind the scenes to start some crap with me to get me to come back on here so they can start bothering me again. Mind you, I haven't spoken to this girl in over 7 months. 7 months. That was back in March, April, when I blocked her, and I got the receipts to prove it. So for you to go on and on that same old YouTube account and start calling me all out my name, first of all, we caught you in a lie because you said it wasn't your page. You said you wasn't. Damn, getting my words mixed up. She said it wasn't her page. She kept saying that, oh, same old YouTube is not me, blah, blah, blah. But yet you went and made a video. You made a video on that channel that you said wasn't yours. So you proved once again.
Hey, Tony Gassens here. Now, let me help you understand something. This is something that a lot of women don't understand, and this is a grown boy will try to break you. And the reason why a grown boy tries to break you is because a grown boy needs a teddy bear. So when you think about a little child have a teddy bear. And with that teddy bear, what the child does is when the child happy, they hug and kiss and cuddle with the teddy bear. When the child mad, they throw the teddy bear up against the wall. They'll pull out the eye, they'll rip the leg off, rip the arm off. And then after the child does that, the child realizes they all alone. Mama and daddy over in their room and siblings over in their room or doing their thing if they share a room. And now the child feeling all alone. So then the child picks up the bear, stitch it back together, not literally because don't know how to stitch, but try to put it back together and hug and kiss and say, I'm sorry. I ain't mean to be mean to you. I was mad with my brother or my sister. I was mad with my mama or my daddy. My daddy said he was gonna come pick me up. He ain't pick me up. I was mad. I'm sorry. I'll never do it again. This same interaction you see children have with the teddy bear or the Barbie doll, the baby doll, is the same thing that a grown boy does to a woman. And the reason why we do that is because we are insecure. In that state of being a grown boy, and I'm teaching on this because I was a grown boy, and a grown boy is the most dangerous man on the face of this earth because he still has words to use. He also has physicality. He also has presence, and he also has a woman's need for a man. And he knows that, so he plays on that. A lot of women have a piece of trash and don't realize they have a piece of trash. The man will make the woman feel like she is lucky to have him. And the man will make the woman feel like, the grown boy, not the real man, the grown boy will make the woman feel like he is God's gift to women. He is God's gift to her. And when she try to stand up for herself, she try to respect herself, she try to love herself, he will flip it on her and say that she's being disrespectful, she's being rude, she's being condescending, she's being standoffish, she's being different, all this stuff. He will say that because he is a grown boy. And what he wants to do is he wants her to remain stuck. He wants her to remain dependent upon him. And that's one thing that women have to understand when you're dealing with a grown boy. Uh-oh, I put this thing on 73. This doggone thing. So it's something you got to understand when you're dealing with a grown boy. He will try to break you. And the thing about it is, grown boys have a poker face. So if you know, like in poker, I don't play poker, never played poker, but I understand what they're trying to do. So, like, the reason why they call it a poker face is because somebody could have a bad hand and be about to lose, but if they look cool, calm, and collected, the other person may think they got a good hand, and they may make the wrong move thinking that this person got a good hand. Or the person may have a good hand, and if they make the wrong face, wrong body movement that get read into, then the other person like, oh, okay, I'm finna do this here. So the purpose of the poker face is so that the people you playing against can't read your hand. They can't tell what you got going on. And so that's how grown boys do. I'm saying we because I was a grown boy. I'm not speaking about me right now. Sometimes people just don't understand different little things, so I have to explain stuff. But no offense. So what we'll do is we will then, we'll make you think we finna leave. We'll ask for a break. We need to break up. We need to take a break. Or if you bring up an issue, we'll say, okay, well, we just should break up then. We need to break up then, since you always got an issue with something, since you're always bringing something up. What the grown boy is doing is he is training the woman. He's training her not to stand up for herself. He's training her not to express what's on her mind. He's training her not to point out his flaws, not to bring up the issues that she sees in the relationship. He's doing that by threatening to leave, because to that woman, she would rather have a man and a family than to fix the issues in the relationship, if trying to fix the issues in the relationship makes the man mad. So the woman will start to suppress her thoughts, suppress her feelings, and keep this stuff to herself when she's dying on the inside, she getting anxiety, stress, worry, and the man is just kicked back comfortable because now he on his bull, and his bull not being confronted, his bull not being called out. What women don't understand is that the grown boy, although the most dangerous man on the face of the earth, he is the weakest man on the face of the earth. The grown boy can be molded. The grown boy can be shaped. And if you lose a grown boy, you will gain a grown man, because the grown boy is training camp for the grown man. So if you lose a grown boy and you don't let it change you, you don't let it affect you, meaning you learn what it was you had, you label it, you put it in a box, and then you dispose of it. So when you go to a grown man, you don't treat him like a grown boy. You address him and you assess him for who he is and based on what he shows you. If he shows you grown man moves and grown man behavior, you treat him as such. If he shows you that he is a grown boy as well, you treat him as such. So what happened with the grown boy is when you put a mirror in the face of a grown boy, and when you hold us accountable, and when you refuse to compromise your morals and your standards, that's when we change. We change when we meet a woman who will not just put up with anything we give her. We change when we meet a woman who will get us together, meaning most women, but see, this is the thing, is 99% of women fall for grown boy tactics. That's why I have to do this grown boy university. 99% of women fall for grown boy tactics. Yeah, 99%. 99%. And the sole reason is because a woman is created for a man. A woman is created for love. A woman is created to be a wife and a mother. And if she cannot bear children, she's still created to be a mother because she can adopt children.
Talking about firearms and safe storage is just part of the medicine that we give. It's not about judging you. It's about how do we partner with you so that everybody is safe and healthy and growing really well. Let's agree to agree that we can all make a difference. The box that female athletes were in for so long has just exploded. I'm Nafisa Collier, and I'm a pro basketball player. I think a lot of my pieces are classic, more simple, and I feel like that's the way that I play basketball too. The way you play sports and the energy that you have there and the way you dress yourself, those are both ways that you express your personality and who you are. To have huge brands like TJ Maxx supporting us, it just shows you what a long way we've come. It's really amazing to be a part of. TJ Maxx. Max, what makes you, you.
She can have a surrogate. But a woman is created to be a wife and a mother. You got to realize that everything that a lot of women talking about, and y'all gonna get offended by this, but this lets let you know I'm not here to pander to you. I ain't here to say what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you the truth of God. God did not make a university. God did not make no job. God ain't make no corporation. Man made those things. So women talking about, oh, ladies yesterday talking about Tony, start saying stop saying that a man will let a woman stay home and not have to do anything, because women have dreams too. Yeah, you know what? Put a dream in you. The world put a dream in you, but the world dream is not God's dream. God's dream is family and unity, and the man going out and being a protector and a provider, and a woman being a nurturer and a caretaker for the children and a support system for the man. And then when them children is gone, when them children is out the way, then or when a woman is raising children, if she has the capacity to give 100% to her husband and her children, and then on top of that, the woman can take and give to her business and to her passions and her dreams. But what do you think matters more in the sight of God? Marriage and children being raised the right way, or us making money in our passion? That's what we got to understand, the difference between man's dream and God's dream. That's what we got to understand the difference. And I learned that through my wife, because she could start any business in the world and she has no desire. My wife has a master's degree and she has no desire to go back to school to be a doctor. And anytime the world makes her feel less than for being a dedicated wife and a dedicated mother, and she starts to get down on herself and she starts to like question herself, I say, listen, you could go take the MCAT again, study for the MCAT, take the MCAT, go to med school and be a doctor. You could go be a RN. You could go be a PA, an MP, or you could open a Pilates gym. You could open a real gym. You could open a boutique. But then when all of that is presented to her, she sit there and she think about it, and she think about the time, the effort, the dedication, the brain power, the heart power, everything that's going to take. And then she look at the fact that she still is trying to figure it out with being a wife and a mom, like still trying to find that balance. And yes, she do everything that she need to do for herself, working out, skincare, all of that. But what I noticed as a man is that a woman who is loved properly, the way God intended a man to love a woman, that woman will not be happier doing nothing else than being a wife and a mother. Oftentimes when women are so business focused, it's because their husband is not loving them purely, or they don't have a husband, and they start to feel worthless. They start to feel less than, and business is truly what keeps them engaged, encouraged, focused, and able to keep going. And that's because most women have not experienced real and pure and true love. And that's because most men have not been taught how to be husbands and how to really, truly, and purely love. So what you have to understand, a woman's innate nature to want a man, because there's women who business focused but still want a man. And you can't do both at 100%. One of them gonna have to slack. You cannot. That's why the saying says, if you chase two rabbits, you'll catch neither. So if you try to be 100 in your marriage and try to be 100 in your business, at one day you're gonna break. One day you're gonna break, or your perception will be off, because you will think you're giving 100 in one of those areas, and the other people who got to say so in your effort, who could tell you about your effort, will tell you you're giving 70. That's what we don't understand. So a man knows, a grown boy knows that a woman wants a man. And when I say a woman, I don't mean every single woman, because some people have gone through things, they experienced things, they've seen things. So that's common sense. But speaking in general terms, a grown boy, a man, and a grown boy, two different things, but both knows that a woman wants a man. A woman wants a man more than anything else in life. A woman wants a man more than she really want that job. If a woman truly could have true love, I'm talking about true love, healthy, whole, happy, communicating, laughing, traveling, seeing the world, and a man can protect her and provide for her and create a safe and nurturing, caring, loving environment, you're going to see that it's a very strange woman who will choose to be a CEO over having that love, because we're created for love. The first thing God gave Adam and Eve is each other. I mean, yeah, Adam already had dominion over earth and, Garden Eden and all that. But he gave Adam and Eve each other. If you notice, their corporation was a garden. Like, their business was a garden. The land, nature. He ain't make a steel smith, a welder, or carpenter right out the gate. He ain't make Adam that. We had to become that to build. After we sinned and could no longer just live off the land, could no longer walk around naked. So see, this what got to be understood. You got to understand the nature. And see what the devil does is the devil understands our nature. Now that wasn't smart. He come on merging and one paying attention to the traffic. The devil understand our nature. So that's why a grown boy understands the nature of a woman. So a grown boy will try to break a woman. And the reason why a grown boy does this is what happens. A grown boy will exhibit a toxic behavior. The woman who has her wherewithal, all her sense, all her faculties about her, the woman will raise an issue with that toxic behavior. The grown boy will make an excuse for the toxic behavior, say that he's going to change it, but then not change it. Do the same thing again. Get a woman another excuse, and then do the same thing again. The woman is thinking she has to give time because this adult cannot learn on the first time around.
Who is this? Daniel. Why are you holding her hand?
This is my secretary, Anna.
She doesn't look like just a secretary. You have fallen in love with her, haven't you?
This is not what you think.
I will never forgive you.
Woman is thinking that this adult needs to be treated like a child, so that this adult needs several times to get this behavior right. What the woman is failing to realize is that the grown boy is deliberately choosing to be disrespectful. The grown boy is deliberately choosing to do the wrong thing because he does not want to change for her, because he feels that if he changes for her, he's putting the power in her hands, he's putting the ball in her court, and he will become her lapdog. That is the misconception he gives himself. Instead, what he wants to happen is he wants the woman to become his lapdog. He wants the woman to put up with whatever conversation, whatever action, whatever choices, whatever ideas, whatever he comes up with. He is not looking for a woman. He's looking for a dog. He's looking for a robot. He is looking for someone that he can control because he needs a human teddy bear. He does not want a wife. He wants a human teddy bear. See, a wife has a mind. She has a backbone. She has an opinion. She has thoughts. She knows right from wrong. She can speak up. She can voice her opinions. She can stand up for herself. A grown boy does not want that because that brings accountability. It also brings stability. But a woman holding him up brings stability. So what he wants is he wants a woman to hold him up, but he doesn't want to hold her up. Meaning he wants a woman to carry him, but he don't want to carry her. So this is what has to be understood. This has to be understood. You have to, as a woman, you have to stand your ground. You have to know who you are. You have to know what you want. You have to know what you deserve. And you cannot compromise that. You cannot give a man more than 2 chances in any area of life. In any area of life. You cannot give him more than 2 chances. When a man does something and you tell him that you don't appreciate that and that will not fly, if he does not apologize and say he will change it, you have to cut him off right then and move on with your life. If he apologizes and says he will change it, he only gets one more time to commit that offense. And this is just grace. This is just you being nice. This is you doing too much already. So if he does it a second time in any span of time, whether it's 4 years, 5 years, 10 years apart, if he does it a second time, you gotta leave him. You gotta leave him. And when you leave him, that's a whole nother kit and caboodle, because you may have kids, you may be married, it could be a lot going on. So that's a whole nother coaching session. That's a whole nother thing, but you have to leave. Even if you want to come back, even if you plan to come back, you have to leave. And when you leave, it has to look real and it has to feel real. And for a minimum of 14 days, it has to be no communication. No communication. Now, what you need to do at this point is, if you have not, because you've been being lazy with the YouTube videos, go get my book, Mrs. Right, and get the book, A Woman's Influence. Ironically, they're both purple and white. And then Make It Work. If you're in a healthy relationship and y'all want to keep it healthy, Make It Work. Or you want to start a healthy relationship or go into a healthy relationship, or even trying to fix it. But for women specifically, A Woman's Influence and Mrs. Right. For couples, Make It Work. Get those books and really read it. If you've never read before, start reading it. Really read it. Really get it in your spirit. It's going to do more for you than this video. And then you can read it over and over and over again. But hey, this Tony Gaskins coming up here to get a haircut. Y'all got to forgive me. I got this snail mucin on my face. You know, that snail mucin. So the way that sun hit me, it made me look real shiny. Y'all got to forgive me. Hey, God bless you. Oh, and get ready now. Get ready. I need you on this. I need you to put your few ducats to the side. Put your few dollars to the side now. I'm getting ready to come out with a men's skincare line. This skincare line is for your sons, 13 and up, for your husband, for your brothers, for your boyfriend. This is the gift that I want you to get every man in your family for Christmas. This is the gift I want you to get. This here skincare line. Because guess what? Like they say, cleanliness is next to godliness. Men need to have a skincare routine. Because when a man start having a skincare routine, you know what's going to happen? It's going to start making him subconsciously think about the rest of his life being cleaned up. It's going to be hard for this man to keep being dirty and nasty after he got a skincare routine. So think about this here now. God bless you.
Want fast, reliable internet? Switch to Verizon Fios. And if you're looking for live TV with up to 400 plus channels, then you'll want Fios TV. Have it all when you bundle with Verizon. Switch today and get the Nintendo Switch system on us.
came to death, tell the truth. Ooh, no more lies hanging over you. You're looking for someone to blame, 'cause I'm feeling low.
Well, you look good. Oh, I didn't know you were helping. Yes, I wanted to. Renee has been right here helping us with Mom and Daddy.
A shame and a scandal, honey. A shame and a scandal. Let's get into it.
So we're going to go to the DNA center. And they said, certain ways you can tell if a DNA test is fake. So let's go right here. Have you noticed that this paternity fraud is out of spot. All right. So they said, right here, I'm going to put it on the board real quick because I did screenshot it. So
My sister Sarah was raped and brutally murdered.
Her body later found in the woods near.
and Live Jai hit the link. Live Jai will get his ass right now. Live Jai hit the link. Hey, listen.
God has this message for you today, so you're too busy to read the Bible. Well, what if your Bible reads itself to you? Well, that's exactly what this app will do. It gives you the option of reading the Bible or listening to the Bible when you're online or offline. It even has quizzes. That will help deepen your knowledge of the scriptures, so you can grow in your relationship with God. Check out the app today.
That shit take the energy out of you. Cause y'all know right after that I interviewed C-Dub, okay? Steve Harvey got pissed and he flagged his page because he told me the one who's wounded, the one who knows God, the one who's a nice woman, the person who works for the light and FBI. She said, so now one, you might have didn't mean it, but she was ads that can't be closed.
I've said it 1,800 times. Activate this button to completely disable ads.
So immediately,
The phone works like new. Try it if you don't believe me.
Here,
Click the link below to download it for free.
These are mine. This locks, you guys, if you don't know, but I'm a master cosmetologist of 30 years. So after all that came about, Miss Jag, blessing sister, when all that came about, she started talking, and I saw she was criticizing me a lot. So she started criticizing me so much. One was she was upset that every day C-Dub would talk about me because C-Dub said I was like a mother, but I couldn't be a mother to you because I'm too young for you, for a mother. But I have mother intuitions and mother instincts, and with that civil rights activist, it all blends in together. So then one day she started talking about how fast I talk. If anybody haven't heard my life story, I had to talk fast because I was a runaway on the streets. But I said, Lynetta, why you keep criticizing me? And
she just kept doing it. So I said, let me tell you something about you. I feel like you talk too much, you got a big mouth, and you will tell people business. Now, let me tell you what I feel about you since you have so much to say about me. We kind of bumped heads. She didn't want to call me no more. Okay. I blocked her. Something came up with C-Dub. I unblocked her. Then she said, I'm going to tell my son.
You at the end, Jaguar. We got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got you.
Please. So I said that I was going to deal with this. And then so she said she gonna tell C-Dub to stop dealing with me. C-Dub wanted like, views, and subscribe. The whole time he was trying to bash Storm to me. But before he bashed Storm to me, and she said she was gonna tell him to not deal with me, she went off, and I said C-Dub's a grown man. He can do what he want to do. So for 6 months, C-Dub has still been dealing with me. I stopped dealing with Netta after 30 days because I saw who she was. I told her, don't be on the phone, putting somebody on the phone when I'm here with you. So she called me one day and said, Esty, first she sent me a gay tape of Storm, saying it was a gay tape. There is no gay tape of Storm. People are get serious, y'all. She sent me a video where someone was talking, Storm, about you being gay. Why she sent me that?
Okay, so she called you and said, I got a gay tape of Storm. I got a gay tape.
Somebody told, they said it on the tape. I said, Lynetta, I do not want to hear that shit about Storm. Don't send me no shit about Storm. So now I'm already red flagging her because the only thing Storm did because of me, and I'm sorry I brought these ragged people to you because it's going to get bad. The only thing Storm did for me, he interviewed this lady to help get her story out. So
I felt like I was super respectful.
You were. You were.
Hey, this is my book. You can't be here.
I can be wherever I want to be.
Of course you can, but I just don't want to lose my job. It's all the money we got coming in right now.
Real money, not small change. Where are your car keys?
Clark, you can't be here.
Keys.
I did a pre-interview with her, which was probably, I want to say probably 2.5 hours. I did my best to accommodate her with that one dude, Fred, not Fred, I forgot the dude's name, but
I know you're talking about, yeah.
We did our best to accommodate her, and so I don't really understand where the beef was, although I still go back to say this. Let me know in the chat. Why is it that when somebody got a question about my sexuality,
they want your weenie?
Why they don't call me?
Because they want your weenie and they don't know how to ask you for it. So anybody from this day forward questioning Storm's sexuality, I believe you want a male or female, because why you worry about a sexuality? That's not going to change who Storm is as a person. So what are y'all doing that for? But people don't like the truth. And that's why I love Jaguar Wright, because she don't give a fuck. And she will tell people what she feel. And she came to the truth. And you know how I knew Jaguar wasn't a liar? Because nobody ever sued her ass. That's how I know. I said what I said the way I said it. So, Lynetta called me one day. And she said, look, I got this girl in the car and Storm to cut my video and all kind of stuff. I said, Lynetta, why would he cut your video? I said, I want to hear what the fuck this girl got to say. She said, I need you to listen. I said, Lynetta, I don't want to hear what the fuck this girl got to say. She said, don't be cussing at me, Essie. I said, Lynetta, I am not cussing at you, sweet. I don't want to hear what the fuck this girl gonna tell me about Storm. I'm a very loyal person. She said, fuck you, Essie. The Christian, the one who's wounded, the one who knows God, the one who's a nice woman, the person who works for the Lion FBI. She said, so now one, you might have didn't mean it, but she was on a roll with it like it was a song. Fuck you, Essie. But your mammy followed me for a year. And your mammy came and got me to help you fight your case to find your daddy or your pappy. So now I'm crazy because I'm telling your business. And I got tired of him lying, saying that this girl was his cousin, and I know he was sleeping with her because he said Angel be pulling bras, so we be getting down in the truck. Nigga, I would never get down.
Oh my God! Not they scoring lot lizards.
There it is.
So let's back up. Let's back up. Let me ask you. How many times did he call you and ask you about my sexuality?
He called and asked me so much, Storm. We was on live one night, and he was trying to talk about you again because he get mad when I go live with Storm. And I had to tell him he came for Geneva, he came for Storm, and he came for Cat Williams, someone that I'm personal with. I said, see, look, check this. You already know I ain't told how your mother is so raggedy. You keep popping off at my people, I'm going to have to set you straight. I said, I rock with Storm. I rock with Geneva. I rock with Cat Williams. So why you keep trying to go at people that I love and care about? It was like anybody that was connected to me, CeeDub would get on the internet and try to dog them out. And I'm helping this dude. Mind you, after me and CeeDub started going live, I didn't see his mammy no more on anything. Lynetta was jealous. Let's just keep it real. Lynetta, your son told me that you were jealous of me and you were mad that he was talking to me because I gave you something maybe that you didn't give him. Encouragement. Because one night, we was on the phone, me, CeeDub, and his mammy. And she was talking. And she started talking about the stepfather. CeeDub's stepfather was very mean to him. One day, Lynetta asked me, she said, Essie, did you ever let the man you was married to beat your kid or whoop your kid? I told her, fuck no. CeeDub had already told me that his stepfather was mean to him. He left at the age of 17. I said, so Lynetta, wait a minute. So you want to get on the internet and defame Willie Norwood, and you don't want to tell your shit. So you want to make it like nothing affected CeeDub. CeeDub left at 17 because of some fact he couldn't get along with his stepfather because he was mean to him and somewhat brutal. So Lynetta, we were on the phone, and I said, Lynetta, he don't care for the dad like that. I said, he's mad that you allowed those things to happen. She said, my son didn't say that. He don't feel that way. CeeDub said, mother, yes, I do. CeeDub, even though all this is going on, it's going to be ugly at the end. CeeDub is an intelligent man, but his mother has corrupted him. His mother, when he say something as a man, and that's why he do that to women. When he talk, she don't want to listen. When he talk, she'll shut him down. I said, CeeDub, could you go to your mother and tell her I don't like this? She said, fuck me 3 times so we can talk about it. I asked Miss Lily Coley. Nobody went to Lynetta and said, let's squash this. CeeDub said, he don't get into women things. He don't get into controversies. This last Friday just passed. Everything that's coming out on Storm and Road platform, I put it out on my platform. Since Friday of last week, CeeDub and his mammy tried to spread a whole thing about me being crazy. So if I'm bipolar, my bipolar ass is up here telling him now, and you've triggered me. So there's nothing you can do. And I have to tell you guys, because of the things that I went through with Steve Harvey, being victimized, stalked, and harassed, and as you know, like Jaguar, Steve ain't gonna sue me because he know I'm telling the truth. CeeDub and his mother went and did an interview with the same people who've been stalking me.
They say you can't put a face on money. Yes, here I am. Let's be clear, I'm complicated. I drive ambition, empower dreams, build legacies. Everywhere else tries to reshape me. Hong Kong, let's me be me. Natural flows, smooth. I'm always accelerating. Ambitions, here I scale without ceilings. Markets, I'm seated at every table, regional, global. Taxes, simple. Rates, low. Laws for all, never in the way. Game stays fair, I stay free. Banking muscles, $1 trillion titans, blocks apart.
This is how low down these people are. And the interview was ugly. They said, yeah, you know what Steve at? Steve, tell Steve to call me. I got some information on S. Berry. I'm going to tell Steve everything I know. How did that shit work out for you? Because what did Steve find out? And me and Steve been getting into it for 10 years now. So they were willing to make up lies about this whole situation. So basically, like to get, to get fame, to come up?
I don't understand. And I specifically remember Lynetta saying, I'm going to take Essie down.
What she meant by that? Now, do y'all see that? She came and seek me out. Now she's on video talking about she want to take me down. She want to make me pay. She'll drag me. Sister, we saw you. If you don't know, Lynette, I'm going to put this out here. On New Year's, C-Dub was filming you. We couldn't even tell what part was you. Your tits was way down here. I didn't know it was your stomach or your belly. You was drunk on live, and when you was asking C-Dub, was he taping you? He was taping you. You were so drunk, Lynetta, you didn't know your beer bottle from your glass. You kept pulling your scarf down on your head, and I know the scarf was nasty because if it was clean, it would have had a sharp crease to it, and it wouldn't have been sliding back on your head. But this dude want to get on internet and talk about Geneva edges, and your mama's scarf was the edges. She didn't have no edges herself. How's a man gonna get up here and talk about a woman edges, and your mammy don't got no edges? But let's go. So I'm coming now because C-Dub and his mammy is trying to do a smear campaign because I discovered the truth in this last week. Because after Friday, when I did the recap, they were so mad that I told that Angel was his girlfriend and not his cousin. I told that he was lying and me and Lynetta was not going into business together. And then he kept coming at Cat Williams, y'all. Now, if y'all didn't see Storm last live with me and Cat Williams, I could have been Cat's woman. In 2017, he was going to send for me. So I'm telling C-Dub, look, Cat's personal to me. In 2016, when he was going to send for me, I didn't say anything. He said, pack your bags and come. If this is a man who don't care about you, if this is a man who don't feel something about you, why is he going to pick up the phone, hadn't heard from me in 7 years, and say, Essie, get your bags back? Because Cat Williams knew I was the real deal. But I told people after all this transpired, I didn't want to bring Cat into this Steve Harvey's drama, so I didn't go. But in 2017, I came out because I felt like I missed something with Cat Williams. And I said, fuck this. I'm not going to let nobody else spoil something for me.
The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had. Now Steve got a sitcom where he the principal and he wear a suit and then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business. And it's a man unit. Then you ask it, why you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a movie star. This the same Negro that hated on Bernie with this same thing. I didn't want to be a movie star. No, you couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good over KB and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none. You would have to have range. I played a lot of characters, 60 movie roles. I'm not playing Cat Williams in there.
I don't know, Cat. We might not let you play. We ain't even.
I'm not fueled by alcohol. I've had a sip, less than you. This is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey was never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show in cash and doing 5 shows a week. Just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, you said that about the first wife. You forget that? You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made. All lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you that themselves. I can't do that because Steve told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he had 7 TV shows. The only problem is when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows. He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the Championship of Stand-Up Comedy with one Cat Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost because Cat Williams said he was actually bald and that was a wig. And I went in, and that's why he couldn't do stand-up anymore. Imagine him coming to tell you another story where he got so big and it was Bernie and them's fault because they wanted to be movie stars. What? You called Ocean 11 to get that nigga's part. What do you mean you didn't want to be a movie star? So on the behalf of Bernie, I would have to say what I have to say.
Have you ever been on tour with any of these guys?
Every guy I mentioned to you is not funny out there in real life. So no. Faison's never done his own tour in 30 years. Steve Harvey don't do stand-up no more. Cedric doesn't write. I'm sorry, he doesn't write. Ricky Smiley has been playing the same old black woman forever. Like, you can't get a young fan base with that. Like, you got to be doing karaoke around the country to make that work.
Right.
And he is. But I'm a stand-up comedian. This is my 19th 100-city tour. I'm not going to have a conversation with these lazy bums that'll take a shortcut at any point. Yes, it's easier for you to juice than to get in the gym. But you don't get to bring that body in here talking crazy. No. There's too many comics out there that are putting their life on the line to tell these jokes, man.
Okay.
They're all a group. Cedric, Steve, Ricky, they've been a group. Everybody knows that. They've been aligned.
She went and took him trying to be funny, and he got taken. It's funny how the thing. It's funny how the
Austin, West Virginia know about this. I mean, P. Diddy wasn't even a part of LaFace. So,
hey, Wilson, yeah, honey. But yeah, these girls don't want me. Miss Usher, go sit down, honey. Because we know you and Jermaine Dupri, darling. Had that agreement, boo. Mm-hmm. They know I don't play. I don't care because I know all of them from way back when. Shall we start? From Sam Cooke to Etta J. Let's go. Okay, I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. What's good?
So I got a question. So now let's establish some credibility because I believe that people need to know that you're credible. Now you don't have to expose who you, but are you in the industry and what did you?
I was, but I'm not getting as big. I'm not getting as big as I should have been because see, these people are very fake and very phony. Y'all look up the Fantastic Five or the L Brothers, and you will see MC Smiley. That is me. Okay. I said what I said the way I said. You motherfuckers think you gonna play with my pussy, bitch? You gotta be fucked up. All that I sacrificed for you motherfuckers, and you think a bitch gonna play with me? Not today, not tomorrow, not next week, not next year, not next 10, 5, 12 years, 7 at 6, 9 up for 15, bitch. Let's go. Because I thought a whore was talking to me.
Somebody, do you believe that Bernie Mac's death was somewhat of a setup?
Yeah. Now, I'm not going to put too much emphasis on this because I don't know for sure. I got to find the letter. But there was a letter written to me and said that the night that they went on a comedy show, he was given a glass of lemonade and Steve handed it to him. Then 2 weeks later, he pretty much was sick and died. That shit's in a letter. I don't know the lemonade from it. I don't even know where you was at to get no lemonade. But they said after he drank that lemonade, he really got sick and then he died. What they said was from pneumonia, whatever, I'm not sure. I just know they said that Steve Harvey handed that man a glass of lemonade. I don't know whether that's true or false. I'm just saying that was in a letter that I had said they went to a comedy adventure one night. They stopped at a club or whatever the facility was they stopped at. Everybody wanted to get some drinks and stuff like that. Bernie wanted some lemonade. Steve was adamant about going to get the homeboy some drink. He brought him a glass of lemonade and he drank it. No. Are me and her cool? No. Will we ever talk again? Probably not. Will we ever be cool? Fuck no. And that's what it is. Everybody else I love. I love them. I'm talking about the woman that played Bernie's wife on the show. No. There's no y'all are just nosy. No, me and her ain't cool. That's it. That's it. I don't fuck with her. That's it. That's it. Jeremy, Camille, I love them. Those are damn near like my real siblings. Jeremy, let me tell y'all a little secret about Jeremy. Me and Jeremy was really at it. Like the way that me and his relationship was on the show was probably worse in real life. Like we did not fuck with each other. We were not cool. It was so bad that our family was beefing. His dressing room had to get moved away from mine. Like these are the problems I had at like 6 years old. Like I got beef with my coworker. He needed to get his dressing room moved. Crazy. But
Okay. Oh.
You might be feeling prepared for retirement, but have you really reviewed all the pieces to the puzzle? Sometimes people discover details that What? Don't do that with all the security. Don't do that with all the securities. Yo, do that outside. We do it right now. We can do it right now.
See that, please? Why is Tracy so somber today? Once again, I can tell there's some tension going on right around the table, but hope it all passes. Because at this stage in my life, I'm exhausted on my sister's behavior.
Sean.
Yes, sir.
You want to talk about why we're here?
Okay, this morning, me and David had a little coming together, and we just felt like there's a lot of miscommunication amongst the sisters.
I think Sean and Dave were totally naive to getting into this whole spin of things because they don't know what they're getting into at all.
We felt like there's a lot of outside influence that get in between you guys communicating one-on-one, and maybe we should explore some communication where it's unfiltered amongst each other. So it needs to happen without us, meaning the men.
I have 3 sisters and 2 brothers. And my sisters get into those vicious fights. And the brothers, they're always able to come together.
Right.
So,
Yes.
did I leave?
Tawanda knew how I felt about having a confrontation. I don't get it. And then when newcomers come around and think they can be counselors, Sean, you're divorced for girlfriend. David, you just got a girlfriend with a husband on the side. What kind of advice can you give somebody?
Just call me. See you in a minute.
Tracy goes on one of the fellas. I ain't family. What? Coming up on Braxton Family Values. Tracy's about to fight a man.
You know that you want to antagonize somebody. So don't play with me. You know the damn dirty. Snake ass son of a gun.
Tracy goes on one of the fellas. I ain't family. What? Kevin. Like Kevin for real? That's what she's doing?
Let me talk to her. Oh, yeah.
Well, it's not gonna work already. Y'all talking about that Mr. Chamber? We talked about it earlier. I talked to Tracy about it earlier.
What's the matter is, y'all? Pay lights and benefits, man. You got boyfriends coming in the picture, coordinating something like this that should have happened decades ago. I get that, but I'm saying it's just for a fact. Sometimes aggressively. I get that. And especially when I'm passionate about something, when I care about the situation. These my sister-in-laws, I got nothing but love for them. I'm just trying to make sure they understand that this is fixable. And y'all can be the greatest thing in this world if you stop stabbing each other. She feels like all her rights are taken in these type of situations. You can laugh, that's cool. I'm good with that.
Say nothing.
I'm good with that. I deal with that every day, so I'm good with that. So what I'm saying is, that's a part of it. It's some deep-rooted stuff, but it's so sensitive. It's so sensitive.
You saying that you were here for 3 decades. Why not you facilitate it? If you see that this is what's happening and you see that Tracy's extremely sensitive when it comes to certain situations, why not facilitate it?
What I've always done is I try to stay out of the way.
My God, you stupid.
No,
Sit job.
I saw when she changed. On Jeremiah Avenue, when she walked down the street, was like, her rights were taken.
25 years ago, Tracy got pregnant, didn't sign a record contract. But we, me, Trina, and Tamar, didn't give her the ultimatum. It was the record label. So why is she still blaming us? At that moment, when she felt that her rights were taken away that night when we were signing, who took her rights away, though?
I'm looking at all four of them in her mind. I got you. I told her, and I agree with you. But see how freely I talk. It's not that easy for her. But she don't, because she feel like she don't have no support. She don't have no nothing.
Can you tell us what a lower?
It's just tension. This is what I do. I apologize if I come off harsh. The same to you, Tamar. But I'm just saying.
It's more than harsh. It's
well, I mean, you Tamar, you come off harsh. I see. So you should be the best receiver of that. Get down. Go back to 94.
Go ahead, and I can go back to yours.
You see what I'm saying? It's not about that. I'm talking about. I don't do that. See, that's why I don't talk to you.
I don't need you to talk to me.
They're triggers. They're little things. They're facial expressions. It can be body language. It can be all that type of stuff. And when it's coming from your blood,
We have to go. This whole back and forth thing could go on all night, and I will not be a part of this drama. I'm too happy to let this mess bring down my mood. And Tamar and I, we're going to talk about the whole engagement dinner thing at another time. So you know what? Bye-bye. I'm not interested.
I know you're not, Tamar.
I'm not interested.
You're not interested. That's the problem.
When our puppy was attacked by a dangerous dog, our dad made a new law to protect animals. And
I am grossly just
To be, we don't need to go straight to that. And I'm gonna tell every last one, last time, I'm gonna treat you like a coworker.
I get what you're feeling. I did all that talking just now.
I think the restaurant's delicious.
It is fine. Thanks.
Can I get some macaroni and cheese, please?
Yes.
You want some truffle oil? No, not at all. Yeah. We don't have to talk. We don't have to go over anything, Trace. Today's not. It's not necessary. Trina's gone.
And what want to do it?
As you stayed, my next statement was about to be, we don't need nobody boyfriends to tell us what we need to do.
Let's do it.
Tracy, that's not gonna make nobody talk.
Okay. Relax.
Trina's gone. I'm saying Trina's gone.
Okay.
Please rest.
Okay. I see y'all later.
Okay, see you later.
Cheers. Get your life. You make it so hard. You make it so hard.
I am grossly disappointed.
I'm not expecting y'all to really give. It's my child.
Do you know where you live?
You don't come. So my thing, I know where you live because I put down your down payment.
You sold men. Tony's. You slept with them. Few times.
You're not getting me. Oh.
You take a lot there.
It's going down, bitch, period. The lies, the alibis, the deceits, the secrets, and the motherfucking scandal, bitch. Okay? This is why you shouldn't keep a lot of secrets, because they always end up sliding to the light.
Here I am planning the wedding of my dreams, and I might just be wearing a cast. And Tamar are not here at the bachelorette party. Hey, Tom, are you coming to the bridal shower? I'm trying to squeeze it in. I have a show in Miami. Is he mad enough? I'm so thrilled to be performing at Jazz Fest in Miami. I've been taking it slow because, having lupus, I haven't been able to tour like my 2-hour, hour-and-a-half tour. But the last thing I want to do is disappoint Tawanda again.
You choose to keep that a secret, Mom. You was having heart surgery the next day. Anything could have happened.
They say I may have another block.
say it. You're your niece.
I have this family who's amazing. Am I going to destroy it by what I'm saying?
What is going on with that? I got a sister to see if I can't talk about that.
It's still really sad that mommy is struggling and that there seems to be so much tension between Tamar and the rest of the family.
Invited to Stlou after I got me a ticket.
What we were told is that you didn't want to film with us.
Well, you already know why I want to film with y'all, because y'all sent me a cease and desist and try to destroy my business.
Who's y'all?
Your family attorney.
I hadn't had him as my attorney for years.
Gave this address.
Not fair to y'all.
Cease and desist is shutting down my business. And my business,
Nothing to do with that.
comes to my defense.
I need police ambulance immediately.
What kind of man would let this happen?
I want to be, I want it on. I want it on national television. You want to say, I don't have your back? You didn't have my back when it came to your lawyer friend.
All the sisters are coming together to talk about how we can support Lammy after her heart surgery. It seems like Tamar came here fully prepared to attack us and accuse us of being behind this cease and desist letter, which is about our niece, Ashley. Ashley had posted some videos on social media with some accusations about our family. Don't believe that it was meant to be an attack on Tamar in the way that she believes it to be. And I'm not being insensitive. I don't think anyone in our family wants to hurt one another. I'm just really in my feelings about being blamed for something that I didn't do.
It's called an attorney. My address in that letter, I don't even under my name. Because y'all give about me. I'm not expecting y'all to really give about me. But I'm asking about is my child. I'm a single mother, and I spend a lot of money to keep my son safe and myself safe. And I don't even know who dropped it off. Isn't that my right to know who has access to my address? I should have that right. And that was taken away from me. Somebody walked up to my building with my name. Wait, someone walked up to your door? See how she? I'm just this is my first time hearing it. When I'm not gonna throw a brick and hide my hand. I didn't do it. The proof is in black and white. It's right there on your cease and desist. Read it. You're not gonna see my name. And that's not up to me to disclose an address. As a matter of fact, an attorney does not need for me to disclose an address. Doesn't matter who the attorney is, it was going to be done. Somebody gave the man my.
Do I know where you live?
Of course you don't come. So
Exactly.
my thing, I know where you live because I put down your down payment.
You sure did. Thank you so much for that.
Now that you
Thank
got
so
this
much,
extra,
Mieka.
give me my money back. That was
No,
not
God, yes, it was.
Someone told me her lender needed to see the money in her account and that she was waiting on a check and she would be giving me my money back. I was reluctant, but I said, okay.
Thank you so much.
And you said I will pay you back the next day, and then you listed me as a creditor.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
Now it was a gift.
Oh,
so I
wow.
gave away $50,000.
So Tamar gave me money for my down payment in 2018. She gave me $35,000. I have receipts. It was absolutely a gift. And it wasn't that I approached her. She said, but I want to help you get your house. And I was like, okay. And that's just something that we used to do as sisters, help each other. But now that I know what I know, I wouldn't.
Get out of my face.
I don't want to go near y'all.
Charles, you know that ain't true. Girl, you know that ain't true. You know that ain't true.
Everybody knew what was going on between Tamar and Tony's ex or Tony's boyfriend. And Tamar brings a false accusation up to say that I slept with him too. That's on the wrong street. That is not my address. I don't have mileage on my coochie.
We don't do no ghetto stuff. We don't do that. If we want to talk about stuff, say nothing. Go ahead, Tony. I'm listening. I don't argue with sick people. Go ahead. We're a family. Bitch, I will you up. Don't do that.
I'm not going to sit here and argue with a sick person. I'm not going to do it.
That's like going into a hospital and seeing somebody in the hospital bed and they say something that you don't like and you know that's not true and you're going to argue with them. I'm not arguing. I'm not doing that.
Willing to be open and honest and have a sister conversation.
Use your first blood. I'm bringing that out. Use your first blood.
I have to bring this out.
That's a lot of blood.
One said that I said I didn't want to film with y'all. That's what happened.
Use your first blood.
I did. What happened was you didn't say nothing. You are an entire grown woman. You didn't have my back. I didn't have you. I didn't even want to have your back of mine. You say on social media, I have heard what you out. Girl, you have no idea.
Tamer has never had to use publicists. It doesn't mean that my publicists weren't busy assisting in some of the situations behind my sisters, especially my baby sister. I find myself disappointed in Tamer because I find that she's comfortable being infamous instead of being famous. And I don't like that for her.
I'm getting Ashley here, and Tony said we need to have her on the show. I'm thinking like a producer. I told you we need to have Ashley on the show. No, I never say that. You said never said that. She's lying. Said this show is a Stlou circuit, honey. That's not the show that she's gonna be on. No, did I not tell you that? Say yes or no. Did you not tell me no? What said that? Only I said. But you said have her on the branch. This is not. You said that. This is not the forum. You said that.
Listen, when the family first saw Ashley videos on social media, Tamar and I did talk about it because we were both disappointed and wanted to know what happened. It was surprising to everyone. I just thought it would be more than fair to talk to Ashley or maybe have her on the Braxtons so that everyone involved could talk. I didn't realize Tamar took it literally and now she thinks I'm intentionally lying. I said it, and I'm not going to deny it. I'm never going to hide behind anything that I've done. What does that do when you're grown? That's so kitty. That's kitty. You don't owe everybody at this table an apology.
Sister Sarah was raped and
Ready to find this motherfucker. Girl. Okay, what's going on?
I'm not even in Atlanta now. I'm in Miami.
Hey, like we can't be fighting like this.
People question me, and I'm having to kick people and pull wigs.
You guys are sisters.
Sometimes sisters don't like sisters. Today is the bridal shower. Is Tamar coming? She's going to make the wedding, right? Did somebody put the champagne? You didn't do it. Bitch, shit. Don't just a lie. You a lie. Man. You know, too? Huh? Go there. Your man. Your man. Don't you? This is unacceptable behavior. I had to try to de-escalate it as much as I could. I didn't touch Tamar. I got in between she and Tony because Tony's smaller than Tamar. That's like a Rottweiler trying to fight a Yorkie. I'm joking. Hands up. Hands up. Get away.
Has an alter ego, you know. There's Tony Braxton and Tony Michelle. And Tony Michelle's definitely different than Tony Braxton. I'm not going to say she's hood. She's definitely no nonsense.
I've never seen Tony that angry before. I think we're all tired. We're exhausted with certain behaviors, and we just don't want to deal with it anymore. I know I don't. For Tamar to pull Trina's hair and to say that Trina touched her first, how can Trina touch you first when her back was turned to you? That doesn't even make sense. It's almost Trina hair. And she kicked me. It's okay. And if you pull her hair, you kick her? That's ridiculous. Enough is enough. That's the cops and press charges. I'm going, guys. Press charges on them. Yeah, I'm going. I'm not doing that. Wait till she leaves, sir. Wait till she leaves.
I knew at that moment I had to leave. I was losing control, and I'm not the type to lose control.
You're not going to put her away. I didn't tell her.
Hands on me, you can't me. Shameless bitches. Come on. For you.
I do.
I'm hitting you.
I'm hitting you. Hitting you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hit myself. Get your hands on me and put my hands on you. And just get mad at me too. Take a look, bitch. I'm 48. Bye-bye. You're so mad. I'm so jealous. Only are you jealous of me? Because if you wasn't here, right, I'm not gonna just business. Yes, listen, I swear to God that we could sensibly talk about this cease and desist and have a real sister conversation to have a resolve. Call me naive. These hoes have sat up here for years and ran me down to the ground. The worst thing in the world was for me to expose them for who they have been to me. What's so bad about talking about the cease and desist when we talked about all of this ridiculous, disgusting, bogus situation? But they don't stand up here and play with me and try to gaslight me. This bitch was my sister's man. When she was a lie. Liar.
It's disheartening that everything turned physical the way that it did. And
Let me say this. Ain't it funny they got cease and desist and we got cease and desist too? Ain't it funny? See, it's a lot of shit that y'all don't know that I know about behind the scenes. I'm not going to get into it. Just like with the what is it with this other Atlanta situation? Atlanta is cursed. Okay, Atlanta is cursed. It's gonna always be cursed until the blood of those children that Liz's father was getting fucked by. Notice every time I bring it up, she ain't got a problem, but she's so wealthy. Yeah, bitch. Off of family's money. Girl. Anyway, like I said, I'm privy to a lot. Okay? Girl, please. And until a bitch gonna come have a conversation, a grown conversation, you don't tell me a fuck thing. Cause your ass don't wanna get popped with them 200 burner phones, motherfucker. And what dumbass, even if you was an attorney, puts the evidence out there, dummy? To spite the crack man, bitch. The crack man, bitch. And I said what I said the way I said it. Cause I ain't got to lie about Cat Williams, Queen Latifah, or no motherfucking body else, bitch. Now, let me go down this road real quick. What time is it? 5? Ooh, we could probably home. Essie, you's a punk ass bitch. I said what I said. Okay? Because just like you jumped your happy ass up here trying to find out what was going on with One Love and this, that, and the third, if all the recordings came out, we would find some interesting things, wouldn't we? Now I dare you to do that. Just like fat vacuum cleaner pussy Eureka. Because we would all find some interesting things. What the fuck would make you think Spook wanted you? If Spook wanted you, bitch, he would have had you first. What would be the need of having one love? Now, if everybody's so fucking gangster and so not prankster wankster, put all your shit on the table. Period. Put it on the table and let it pop, bitch. Ain't that what you told St. Louis on that Truth About One Love podcast? I'm gonna do what I want and let it pop, baby. Why it ain't popping, bitch? Why you running telling One Love, oh, it can sparkle recording? Yeah, I recorded in the beginning because I didn't know you motherfuckers. Damn right. I'm fucking suspicious like y'all was. What's the tea? But see, your problem was you didn't want One Love to get close to me because like you and that whorebag prostitute bitch with her old ass, I'm just another agate, right? Right. The hell out my goddamn face. Anyway, let me go check with Mieka. I'll be back, y'all. Now, put it all on the table. Since Crack Monkey, Boogie Crack Man wanna tell a story, he better incriminate his own motherfucking self. Bitch. How y'all doing? Later.